quarterfinals of the last World Cups, maybe a semi. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure 2 quarterfinals and a Euros final. But it's like, what more do you expect of England? On one hand, what more do you expect of England? Do you expect them to do, do you think they can? Obviously, Morocco done a mad thing, and when your team sings from the same hymn sheet, you could do things. But do you expect England to be in the same realm as, I know these countries didn't do as well, but the Croatians, the Argentines, the Germans, the Spanish, and all of them Brazilians and all of them things? And if you don't, what more can he do? And definitely in my lifetime, he's somewhat, I don't like the word overachieved, but it's like, what can you go there? But on the other hand, I think you're only going to get so far with Southgate. I think he, not as his voting choices, but as a conservative manager, there's only so far you're going to get. You'll never, it's like João Felix and these guys playing under Simeone, not as exaggerated, but attacking players are never going to thrive per se up until a point under him consistently. And when you've got Southgate, who, for me, rather than try to go out and win games, sets out not to lose, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, balancing that, there's an issue. And I think especially when you look at the Fodens, the Grealishes and things, they can play out wide. But why do you think they're out wide? Because, other countries, the Pedris, Dons that are playing in midfield today against Argentina, these kind of guys, if there's 10 passes or 10 times they're in possession, there might be once, Modric, one time where they lose it, the other team go down the other end and score, which happens in football. But the other 9 times, they might create some goals. But the one time that could cost you, I think Southgate focuses on that. I think people asked him to remove a back 3 and he didn't do it, even against the French. Like, I don't understand why Grealish took too long. I understand why Mount's in the squad. I don't understand the reluctance to use the more attacking talents. I do think he plays a bit favourites too much. I don't know why Grealish ain't involved per se. So I would say that in terms of apparently he's considering stepping down. In terms of replacement, honestly, I don't have a clue, man. Graham Potter, Eddie Howe, they both just taking their projects at Chelsea and Newcastle respectively. Pochettino, Tuchel, these kind of guys have spoken up taking the job, but Tuchel's football is better than Southgate's, and I think Tuchel will do a lot better. But a lot of Chelsea fans were obviously it's different, but they were critical of his football. If man are critical about Southgate's football, like which England were one of the top goal scorers until they went out. What am I going to say about Tuchel? And I like Poch, but the same things were said at PSG. And what's he really done? Got a lot of potential and all this. What's he really done? So honestly, I don't really know. Ball into the box, Messi can't get up there. Honestly, I don't really know in relation to Southgate. If you could get someone with a bit more drip, a bit more ambition, why not? My dream would be Ancelotti, just because like he would play the experience. It's never going to happen, but he would play the experience. What he does at Real Madrid, clearly they've got tactics. He plays the experienced guys. They chaperone. He's got the young G's, and he's got that calmness about him, really, like that elite calmness about him. So my thing would be someone like him, really. The dream would be Wenger, but he's low in it. Like, father, you're looking a lot younger and a lot more vibrant and glowing and all of these things, playing, doing your little FIFA thing. So allow it. If it was English, there's not really a big pull of English, Graham Potter, Eddie Howe, maybe they have to do what some other countries do and just give it to the next one in line with the setup generally. So from under 16s all the way up to the men's team, I think Spain did that. I can't be sure, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure the under 21 gaffer for Spain's taking that job. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Southgate doing up England under 21s initially? So I could be wrong, but honestly, I don't have a clue, if I'm honest with you. I don't know, man. David Beckham in the building, bro. Yeah, Don's in the building. Mourinho could do a job. To be fair, Mourinho could do a job. He could. It's again with the Carlos and Jose's and Wenger's and Tuchel's and Poch. It's a different dynamic when you're coaching them kind of levels, because you're with the squad less. You're not, a club manager is training with these guys every day, in it. A bulk of your job is probably scouting, going and watching games, seeing which guys are in form. You're going to have more favorites than you do at club level to a degree. Every manager's got favorites, really. It's a different dynamic, really. And that's probably why I would like Carlo, because obviously I think people are quite disrespectful to Carlo Ancelotti. Move like he just goes on the pitch and just, he does to a degree. Yellow card for Romero by here. But he kind of works with what he's got. I don't know, but I think it's someone that's got to enhance what they have. I don't think England in my 27 years has ever had a footballing identity. Obviously there's not really a nation out there in the same way, you know, when Brazilians were doing their thing, everyone wanted to play like the Brazilians. The Spanish, when they had tiki-taka, to a degree copying the German element. So I'd say find a philosophy beyond the obvious. And I would say someone that kind of uses what they've got. You know, you've got attacking players, use that. But at the same time, you can't just attack in it. You've got to be switched on defensively. So I would say that really. But I don't know if that's going to come via a foreign manager or an English manager, because in my lifetime, I've seen both. And you've had Capello, you've had Roy Hodgson, Sam Allardyce. These guys should, I'm sorry, but I'm sure the Spanish, German, Argentine, Brazilian equivalents of these guys are never, ever going to get the job. Messi down this right-hand side. So depends what you're looking at. Lionel Messi. Bro, this guy, man, Messi deserves this. He's been a villain this whole tournament. He's just skinned Gavdo. He set up. Fuck, Messi. We're not Julian Alvarez at school. Messi, we're not worthy. We are not worthy, Lionel Messi. Julian Alvarez has scored. Messi. Footballing greatness. Messi is ridiculous. I'm tired. There's nothing you can say about Messi, innit? Like, there's just... Messi is amazing. The GOAT, man. The best ever. It's all Messi. Gavdo, he stayed with him. It's Messi, innit? And as I said before, it's the twisting, it's the turning, it's the bobbing, it's the weaving, it's the balance. There's nothing he could do. I would say, where is the creation? Where is the creation left back? You sold your centre-half out to dry. He skinned him. He's got down the side of him in the box. He set it. Julian Alvarez's movement is fucking elite. And he's tapped home. What a player Julian Alvarez is. I'm bored of talking about Messi. What more can I say about Messi that we haven't seen for years? But Julian Alvarez, he's got everything. He works the channels. He's like, you know, he's always snatching at defenders, never giving them a chance. He's selfless. He's born to score goals. He's got that hunger to score goals, which personally, I think you can make people have the ability to score goals, but he's hungry. It's in him. And if there wasn't a certain Haaland over there at City, it's crazy. Julian Alvarez is, there's no words for Julian Alvarez either. There's no words. There's no words for Julian Alvarez. There's no words for Messi. And everyone can have their opinions. Everyone can say what they want in this life. But honestly, if you cannot see Lionel Messi as the best to have ever did this, then I don't know for you. The man could do it all. He's been a playmaker. He's a goal scorer. Affects the games to fantastic level without scoring. Messi is I'm sorry, but at this point, I don't know, man. I've seen this guy live. I've watched this guy on TV. And he always leaves you breathless, innit? Like, what can you say? I'm sorry to Gavdal, because you've had a great tournament. There's nothing you could do. It's greatness. It's just greatness. Two assists and a penalty goal for Messi. It is what it is. Messi's been a villain this tournament. He's doing his drillings. Give the man the World Cup, man. If France don't... Big up Morocco. I know, you know, Africa thing in that. But if France don't go through... I'd love to do it for Africa, but Messi deserves this, man. Tagliafico's been lit. Otamendi's barely put a foot wrong apart from there as well. I mean, no words, man. Enjoy it. I'm sorry, big up Ronaldo, but I'm sorry. There's nothing Ronaldo can do that Messi. You can't talk to Messi. You're not in the same realm. You're a GOAT. You're in the same... When we talk about GOATs in the game, you're in the club, but there's levels in it. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Kramaric up. Messi, the best ever, man. Like, I'm sorry, if you can't see it, you need your head checked out. No one compares. Not better than Ronaldinho, sentimental reasons, but I know we're not worthy, man. I don't want to say we'll never see another one, because maybe 5 years, 18 months, 10 years, we'll see someone. You know, people probably thought that about Maradona, but having seen Messi his whole career, boy, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take someone very special, and you're going to have to do it from 16, 17. I don't know what that free kick was from my man, but it didn't bang.